They do not arrive with a mask and a weapon silhouetted against a dark alleyway. Instead, they come cloaked in the guise of helpfulness, their words laced with urgency and concern designed to bypass your defenses. They offer a hand to pull you from a manufactured crisis, a crisis they themselves have created. This is the modern con artist. They don't pick your pocket, they persuade you to empty it for them. Their stage is your screen. Their script is your fear. Their prize is your hard-earned money. Their prize is your peace of mind. The story always begins with a problem you didn't know you had. A virus silently corrupting your computer. A package lost in transit. A lonely heart searching for its match. A government agency demanding immediate payment. The scenarios shift and evolve, but the emotional manipulation remains constant. They create a world where something is terribly wrong. Then, like a hero in a play, they present themselves as the only solution. This is not about technical wizardry so much as human psychology. Scammers aren't just hacking computers, they're hacking our nature. Picture this. A loud alarm blares from your computer speakers. A stark, alarming pop-up window freezes your screen. The pop-up flashes, "Critical threat detected," in bold red. It names the KZT89 virus. It tells you to call Microsoft support immediately with a phone number. Your heart rate spikes. This is the tech support scam. The pop-up isn't from Microsoft. The phone number connects to a scammer. The scammer feigns concern. They ask you to grant remote access. They find fake problems and demand immediate, expensive payment. They prey on your fear of losing your files. The red flags for this con are often glaring if you know what to look for. Legitimate tech companies like Microsoft will never use aggressive pop-ups. Apple will never use aggressive pop-ups. They will never ask for payment via gift cards. They will never ask for payment via wire transfers. They will never ask for payment via cryptocurrency. Closely related is the phishing scam, a more subtle but equally dangerous trap. You might get an email that looks official from your bank, or from a streaming service like Netflix, or from a shipping company. It may say there's an issue with your account, or a problem with billing, or a failed login attempt. It prompts you to click a link to resolve the issue. However, that link doesn't lead to the real website. It leads to a convincing fake, a phishing page designed to harvest your username and password. The romance scam, or catfishing, is a cruel, long-term manipulation that preys on the heart. It begins on a dating app social media platform. A profile with an attractive photo catches your eye. The person seems perfect, charming, attentive, deeply interested in you. They build a connection over weeks or months, showering you with affection, promises of a future together. They create an intense emotional bond, making you feel understood and cherished. Then, just as you are fully invested, a crisis emerges. A sudden medical emergency, a problem with a business deal overseas, a need for a plane ticket to finally come and meet you. They ask for money, promising to pay it back. This is the con. The person you've fallen for doesn't exist. The photos are stolen, the life story is fabricated, the entire relationship is a script designed to lead to this moment, the financial request. Equally deceptive is the fake job or overpayment scam. You're searching for work online and find a promising remote position. The interview process is suspiciously easy. Just a few text messages or an email exchange. You get the job. Your new employer then sends you a check to cover your first week's salary and purchase necessary office supplies. The check is for a much larger amount than you expected, $3,000 instead of $500. They apologize for the error and ask you to quickly deposit the check and wire back the difference. Herein lies the trap. The check is a forgery. A few days later, your bank discovers this and withdraws the full amount, but the money you wired is gone forever. In our world of one-click shopping and super-quick home delivery, scammers have found some really fertile new ground. The delivery scam, it often starts with a simple, kind of innocuous text message. FedEx. We were unable to deliver your package today. Please visit suspicious link to update your delivery preferences. Or, maybe it's an email from Amazon saying there's an issue with a recent order and, hey, you're eligible for a refund. These messages tap into our constant anticipation of arriving goods, or our desire to, quickly resolve a problem. They seem totally plausible because most of us are, at any given moment, actually waiting for a package or have recently placed an order. The goal of these messages is really twofold. Clicking the link might lead you to a phishing site, designed to steal your login credentials for the shopping or delivery service. In other versions, it could ask for a small redelivery fee, tricking you into entering your credit card info, which the scammers then capture and use for fraudulent purchases. The fake refund scam works pretty similarly. often directing you to a portal where you have to enter personal and financial details to claim money you're not actually owed. The con, it really relies on the speed and convenience we've come to expect, urging a quick click without a second thought. The warning signs, though, are subtle but pretty consistent. Scammers often use odd or unofficial-looking links. To protect yourself, always approach these notifications with caution. Never click on links in unsolicited delivery texts. Instead, go directly to the official website. The confidence game honestly hasn't changed in its essence, just in how it's delivered. The psychological hooks that have worked for centuries are now supercharged by technology, reaching us with unprecedented speed and frequency. The fake technician, the phantom lover, the dream job, the lost package, they're constantly adapting, tailoring their narratives to current events and our ever-changing digital habits. To feel overwhelmed is totally understandable, but to feel powerless is really a choice. The power to defeat them doesn't come from technical expertise, but from a simple, deliberate mindset. The first and most critical step is to pause. Scammers thrive on urgency. They manufacture crises to rush you into making a poor decision. Your greatest weapon is to resist that impulse. Take a deep breath and step away from the screen. The world will not end if you don't respond in the next 5 seconds. Next, you really need to verify. After pausing, your task is to independently confirm the information you've received. If the email is supposedly from your bank, close the email and go to your bank's official website or call the number on the back of your debit card. Finally, protect. Proactively, use strong, unique passwords for your accounts. Enable two-factor authentication wherever you can. Reactively, if you run into a scam, report it. By embracing this simple checklist, pause, verify, protect, you build a really formidable shield, turning their game of confidence into a game you'll always win.